All right, so today we're diving deep into data.
Data.
Yeah, taming that digital jungle we all deal with.
Ah, I see.
We're talking about MacroAgility's export master for imanage.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the software you were curious about. And let me tell you, it's a game changer, especially if you're someone who loves efficiency, right?
Right.
Now, just for context, imanage is a document management system, a DMS.
Like a digital filing cabinet, right?
Exactly. But sometimes those cabinets, they get kind of huge.
Yeah, they can turn into a black hole more than a filing cabinet.
Tell me about it. So when these systems get massive, getting info OUT can be, well,
A nightmare.
you said it.
Hmm.
But knowing how much you love efficiency, especially with mountains of data.
Who doesn't? Time is precious, right?
Absolutely. We had to see what this export master is all about.
So give it to me straight. What's the headline? What makes MacroAgility different?
Well, they seem to get it, They're not just throwing jargon around. They understand the reality of working with imanage day in and day out. And they built Export Master to solve the problem of actually getting your data OUT in the system.
Okay, so far so good. But how? What's the secret sauce?
You know how sometimes you have something powerful, but you're not quite sure how to unleash its full potential?
Like having a sports car and not knowing how to drive stick.
Exactly. But with Export Master, it's like they give you the keys, AD teach you how to drive.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Let's say I need specific documents for, I don't know, a regulatory audit. We're talking days, maybe weeks of work, right?
Right. Manually pulling files, labeling, hoping you haven't missed anything crucial. It's enough to make anyone reach for the aspirin.
So Export Master, it streamlines all that.
Streamline file transfers, that's what they call it. But honestly, that phrase gets tossed around a lot. So for someone who's used to the pain of clunky export tools,
Yeah, break it down for me. What does streamlined actually mean in the real world?
imagine you're moving.
Yeah.
But instead of you packing boxes and freaking out about losing things,
Please don't remind me of my last move.
you've got this team of professional movers.
Okay, I like where this is going.
They pack everything securely, label it perfectly, even create a detailed inventory so nothing gets lost.
Sign me up. So Export Master is like that.
It keeps your folder structures intact, preserves all your metadata.
Hold on, metadata. We hear that word all the time, but what does it actually mean?
Right, like when we're talking about legal documents, financial records, all that important stuff.
Yeah, give me the down-to-earth explanation.
Metadata is basically the DNA of your files.
The DNA.
Yeah, all that behind-the-scenes info that gives your data context.
Go on.
Like, when was it created? Who authored it? What version is it? Even what software was used.
It's stuff you wouldn't normally think about, but...
But it's crucial, especially for compliance and record keeping.
Ah, I see.
And the beauty of Export Master is it understands this and makes sure your metadata isn't left behind during the export.
So it's not just moving a file, it's moving its entire history.
Exactly. Imagine needing a document years later, but crucial info like timestamps are missing. It could be a disaster.
You're not wrong. Okay, you've officially made me a metadata believer.
Right. Crucial stuff. But let's talk about control for a sec. We've got this data, we need it out, but we want it our way, right?
Exactly. Every organization has its own rhythm, its own workflow.
So how does Export Master handle that? Can we schedule things in advance, or are we stuck doing everything manually?
Okay, imagine this. It's Friday afternoon. You're ready to head out for the weekend.
That's good to me.
You've got Export Master set up to run automatically.
Okay.
Monday morning, you come in and boom, all the data you need, organized and ready to go.
No way that's possible. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's the power Export Master puts at your fingertips. And yeah, you can get super specific. Don't want to export everything. No problem.
Okay, so we're not talking about some clunky one-size-fits-all solution.
Not even close. Specific folders, certain file types, you name it. You can even filter by date ranges or keywords.
So it's all about giving me, the user, the control.
Precisely. You're calling the shots.
That level of control, especially for someone like you who values efficiency, it's
The breath of fresh air.
totally. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. MacroAgility talks about simplified file management.
Right. One of the key benefits.
But we're talking about potentially massive amounts of data. How can managing that much information ever be truly simple?
You're right. It's not always a walk in the park. But MacroAgility have thought about those little things that trip us up, you know?
Like what?
Remember that file naming quirk I mentioned? A single question mark can wreak havoc.
Ugh, don't get me started. It's like those systems were designed to drive us crazy.
Well, Export Master takes care of that for you. It automatically replaces any problematic characters in your file names. No more headaches.
It's like having a built-in proofreader for our data. I like it.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. Think about file names and path length.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Different systems, different limits.
Compatibility nightmares.
Tell me about it.
But Export Master lets you configure these parameters up front. No more cryptic error messages or lost in translation mishaps. Your data is readable and accessible wherever it needs to go.
Music to my ears. Okay, so we've got accuracy, we've got efficiency, but what about productivity? I mean, those two go hand in hand, right?
Absolutely. Less time wrestling with tech glitches means more time for the work that matters.
So true. No more staying late to untangle digital knots.
Think about it. Every minute saved is a minute you can dedicate to more strategic, high-value tasks.
No more digital wrestling matches. I'm sold. But it's not just about saving time, right? It's about accuracy, too. Every error avoided is a potential headache down the line.
Couldn't agree more. And when you're dealing with sensitive information, that level of accuracy is everything. Legal documents, financial records.
You can't mess around with that stuff.
Export Master gets it. Its error checking and automated processes give you that peace of mind.
Okay, you've won me over on the accuracy and efficiency front.
Right.
But let's talk about organizational clarity and data integrity. Banishing the digital junk drawer now, that's something I can get behind.
Right. It's like, why do we even bother with all this technology if we're just going to recreate the same mess we had before?
So how does Export Master help us achieve data nirvana?
Well, it starts with recognizing that organized data isn't just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about having a system that actually works. When your data is structured, easy to find, you make better decisions faster.
It's like the difference between navigating a labyrinth and strolling through a well-organized library.
Exactly. And think about industries where accurate historical records are crucial.
Like law, finance, even scientific research.
Exactly. It's not just about today. It's about making sure your data is accessible and meaningful for years to come.
Totally. A clear data trail is everything. But even with the most pristine data, things can go sideways when you've got different systems in the mix, right?
Oh, tell me about it. You'd think by now, in this age of technology, systems would play nicely together.
Right. So how does Export Master handle that whole compatibility puzzle?
Well, that's where MacroAgility really shines. They get that businesses rely on a whole bunch of different software.
Yeah.
So they designed Export Master to be like that universal adapter. It plugs in seamlessly, no matter what your tech stack looks like.
Okay, that's huge. So I can breathe a sigh of relief. No need to rip and replace my entire system just to use it.
Exactly. It's all about making your life easier, not harder.
Love it. And speaking of making life easier, they mention assured compliance and reliability and system flexibility. Those two seem pretty important these days, especially with data security being such a big deal.
You're right. It's not enough to just say you're secure anymore. You have to walk the walk.
So how does Export Master stack up?
MacroAgility built this thing to exceed industry standards, plain and simple. They want you to have that confidence, knowing your data is handled with care every step of the way.
Wow, that's impressive. It's almost like having a security detail for your most valuable digital assets.
It's that peace of mind, you know? And the flexibility part is huge, too, because your business isn't going to stay the same forever, right?
Things change, new tech pops up, you got to be ready to adapt.
Exactly. And Export Master adapts right along with you. It's designed to evolve.
Okay, that's huge. So as we wrap up here, what's the one thing, the one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
You know, sometimes I think we forget how powerful well-managed information can be.
I know what you mean. We get caught up in the day-to-day.
Exactly. But think about it, the right information at the right time, it can unlock insights, streamline things, even spark innovation.
That's a really great point. It's not just data, it's potential.
And tools like Export Master, they help unlock that potential.
Totally. Well said. So for anyone ready to say goodbye to data headaches and hello to efficiency and insight,
I'm in.
check out MacroAgility and their Export Master solution. You can find them at MacroAgilityInc.com.
That's MacroAgilityInc.com. Don't miss out.
And until next time, stay curious, and may your data always be organized.